Hey guys, Fishy here, and an article was in my feed today that I thought deserved a closer look. Not just a stamp of fake and then moving on, but to show you why I know it is. And so it's this article. It's from Neon Nettle, and it says, Pope Francis, gun owners can't call themselves Christian anymore. I've had some experience in debunking Neon Nettle stories. Every one I've ever looked at, I believe, is fake. So I wanted to show you kind of how I come to those determinations and use the Unfakery's fake news checks. We put together a list of 20 items that will help you determine whether a site needs more verification on a story before you share it. This is just a helpful way to bit by bit, piece by piece, look at the information contained in an article and see whether it's legit, whether you can trust it or whether you need to go somewhere else to find out more. So here's that article, and we're going to look at it in light of these 20 things. Number one, no byline. That's a red flag for a lot of pages and a lot of articles, but this one has it. We have a date, we have a name. So they've got it covered here. Number two is links and citations. Do they have those? Well, let's look through the article. There is no link until we get to here. This one. This link is here. And then there's nothing else cited, just an embedded tweet. So that's going to tell me I need to do some more work here. Number three, only linking to the same site. When we check out the link we found down here, this link goes to another Neon Nettle story. I can see that just by clicking on it and opening it. There it is, another Neon Nettle story. That's the only link included to back up their claims here, and it goes to their own site. So that's a negative for this one. This item, they got wrong. Number four, the proof is just tweets. If there's a narrative contained only within tweets in an article, that's one thing. This is just using the Pope's tweet to bolster their case. That's not quite the same thing. So they didn't make that mistake. Let's go further. Number five, word for word copy elsewhere. Well, this is a difficult one, but a lot of times articles will have clones, bunches of them, different sites, different names. So I looked it up. I looked it up by putting that paragraph about as pressure mounts to tear up the U.S. Constitution once and for all. I looked and I found the Neon Nettle site when I put those words in. But then I found this one from The Guardian. Pope Francis suggests those in the weapons industry can't call themselves Christian. That's different. That's a different take on what Neon Nettle is actually spinning here. So this one is saying that Pope Francis actually said those who sell, trade in weapons, dealers, etc., manufacturers can't call themselves Christian. That's a little bit different from this assertion here that says gun owners can't call themselves Christians anymore. So that's another one that they've spun a different way. Here we go. Links unrelated content. Does this link anything weird like IMDb pages? No, it's only got the one link and we've already looked at it. Number seven, links only to home pages. That would be if we were looking in here and say they cited CNN, and then when you clicked on the CNN link, it would only go to CNN's homepage, not to an article or a feature there. They didn't have this one to worry about. Number eight, unrelated images. There's no unrelated images here. It's the Pope and his tweet and some end violence demonstration photos, things like that. So nothing to see about fake images here. Number nine, not linking to sources. Well, this is a problem with this one. We have a link here, but we've determined it's already gone to Neon Nettle, another place where they've reported it doesn't have any place quoting the Pope saying the things that they say in the headline. So they're falling down on the job on this one too. That's another strike. Let's see. Number 10, opinion words. And we did see those. Tearing up the Constitution once and for all. Phrases like that. And then down at the bottom, there's some more, let's see, a globalist message, banning firearms in order for humanity to enter a new world unity. These are some cleverly disguised opinion words, but they are there. Let's see, number 11, no author contact info. Up at the top of this article, we do have that byline, Jay Greenberg, but there is no way to contact him. There's no about or contact us up here. The about page is here, and there's where they hide contact. When they do, it just says these guys with their names. It doesn't have links to where they can go. General contact, they'll send you to where you can try to call or try to get in touch. There's a fax, reportedly, don't know if it's actually working. So we'll go back to the article. It's difficult to contact that author. It's not necessarily impossible, but it would be difficult. Number 12, pseudonyms or nicknames. Well, until we check by contacting them, we won't know. We don't know if Jay Greenberg is a person based on this. There's no author information listed anywhere on the page, just the name. No bio, no link to a bio, nothing like that. And so, yeah, do we know that Jay is real? Don't know. Let's see what else we have here. 13, forecasting words. This article doesn't predict anything, so that one doesn't really apply. Number 14, questions in the headline. Nope, not applicable, so we're good there. Number 15, too good to be true. Doesn't apply. This isn't really about something that is longed for, people really, expecting justice on a thing or anything like that. So that one doesn't apply either. And number 16, a lack of detail. No, they're pretty clear about what they say that the Pope has done and where, the places that he said it, whatever. But that one really doesn't apply as well. They've got some detail. It just happens to be fake. Number 17, bait and switch. That is when you have a headline that says one thing and a body of a paragraph that says something else. This isn't the same. They can't back it up, but they do have a consistent theme through this article. So they didn't make a clickbait headline and then try to undermine it with text that didn't match. So 18, only narrated video proof. There's no video involved in this piece, so it doesn't apply. Number 19, slightly off website names. Nope, it doesn't seem to imitate any other site. It looks like Neon Nettle is its brand. And then 20, the site tells you it's fake. Didn't see a disclaimer anywhere, anything like that. So couldn't really say that these guys are telling us they're fake. They probably don't. We'll dig deeper and see if we can't unearth one somewhere else. But as far as I know, Neon Nettle does not have that disclaimer, a satire disclaimer or a fakery disclaimer, anything like that. So we've been through all 20 of these checks, and several of the things are red flags. The headline isn't supported by anything. They can't back it up with anything. Yes, the Pope has said some things that have caused Christians and Catholics to question him, but that's not what the headline reflects. This quote isn't what the headline reflects. Again, so it's fake. There's nowhere that we can find that the Pope actually said these words, that gun owners can't call themselves Christian anymore. It's a gross misrepresentation of what he said. Again, you can argue about what he said. You can argue that what he might have meant about these things, but you don't get to put words in someone else's mouth. And I'm concerned about that on this one, especially because this article is bait, and it's probably profitable bait for this page. The author doesn't care what the Pope actually said, I'm sure, only how to use those words and that statement for clicks. And that's why we made these checks. It gives people an opportunity to slow down and look critically at an article a bit at a time, just to see if there are any red flags. This one has several, and I'm calling it fake. And I think really people who maybe look at this list and commit 5, 6 of these items to memory and look for those items every time, it will help them become better news consumers right away. And that's what we're about. At Unfakery, that's what we want. People to learn how to look critically at a piece of information and to see if they can trust it, if it looks trustworthy, if it's behaving according to good journalistic standards or not. You want to have things right. You don't want to share fake things. This is one way you can really take a moment, look through these items, and then use your judgment as to whether or not it's worthy to be shared.